So I see some thumbs up from Prodigy, which means we're going to go. Yep.
Nice.
And Andreas, meanwhile, is going to take a nap. I think that guy's always tired, honestly. I think I've seen him yawn multiple times during a set, like, at every LAN that I've seen him at.
I know he's a student still, so, you know, I don't miss being in college and being tired all the time.
Yeah. Also, shout-outs to our heckin' awesome main stage right now.
It looked so good. I was talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love that you guys have the screens in front so you could watch the players play if you're spectating. And you can see, you know, the stream up top. All of it just looks awesome. You guys did an amazing job setting things up.
High five, Trevor.
All right, here we go for real.
All right, so they're going with those weapons that they had before. Looks like Arashi bringing out the classic dually squelchers, my favorite weapon. See how he does with that, but also Dr. Prodigy going with the Deco Rapid Blaster, which is not as common as the other ones, but since this last patch, it's definitely seen the resurgence just because of the Inkjet.
100%. And we have a double blaster comp on the side of Element Roshiendo, which we've been seeing a lot of too.
Very strong start from Top Mines there. This is going to give them early control. They didn't really get map control in time, so looks like Roshiendo is actually going to have a chance to come back in. And if they can get a couple kills here, this might be good for them.
That bomb rush coming out, though, is going to make it really difficult. Exactly. Going down really quickly for that.
Yep, one of the upsides of Hitzel running the weapon that he likes to run, the Neo Splash, he pretty much always has a bomb rush ready to go. Yep, 100%. And that counter bomb rush pretty much just sealed them to keep control of that zone.
Yeah, they're taking that point down really quickly. It looks like Prodigy is starting to camp a little bit, going to make it really difficult for the team to get out of spawn there. Trying to make sure, you know, popping that Inkjet, going to get a couple of kills, really nice.
Oh, nice direct there. That puts them 3 down with only 13 seconds to go. This is looking really grim right now.
Yeah, it was, you know, it's a fast match. First match of the day, too, is a little bit of a warm-up. No matter how many drills you do in the practice room, it's always that moment of playing that gets you kind of like...
I could hear Milana laughing from here.
Yeah.
So even though they lost, something fun happened there.
It's always fun to play. Even if you win, lose, no matter what happens, having a good time is the most important part of this game.
Yep.
And I think we all do that.
So now we're going to go into our first Clan Bets match of the tournament on Piranha. Much more open map, a lot harder to, you know, it's a lot harder to lock people in like that with blasters on Piranha specifically, just because there's so many open ways to get into the map. But also the way Clan Blitz works, so you're not really positioning in a like the way you have to score, like it's not really good positioning to kind of like spawn camp people. So they might have a better chance of getting in if they get put out into their spawn.
True. It's also a little easier to defend on this map because Basket is so close to spawn. Some of the Clan Blitz maps, where it's a little further away, you have a harder time defending. If they're in the middle of a push, you all get knocked out, and coming back is a little more challenging.
It is a little hard to clear people out just because they can live so easily on those conveyor belts that are like further past that go down to the big bottom area, but that can also put them out of position really well too if you get a nice shutdown on them.
Very true. I call that little areas like a snack bar. I love those little tables where you can tell that people are just hanging out, grilling some snails.
Yep. The beach hangout.
It's really fun. It's a great map. A lot of the map designs, I feel like they've kind of stepped up each one that they've been releasing lately in terms of graphics and the aesthetics involved.
I mean, just as an example, like even the returns from Splat 1, like Triggerfish, like as a map, like in design now is probably my favorite map because of all the changes they made to it. Like I used to actually kind of hate it as a design in Splat 1. Like even though I had fun playing it, it was like not a great map competitively in my opinion, but this version of it is so much better, and it might even be my favorite in the game.
Nice. Well, it looks like we had a couple of different changes in terms of the set that everybody's choosing here. Definitely bringing out the heavy over there, and we have a mini on the other side, the Glugadoolies.
Yep.
Very interesting.
It's definitely a new meta pick that came out with this last month, and it's been doing really well in Japan, and it's nice to see Arashi playing it here.
I've been facing them a lot in solo queue as well. You can definitely tell that people are having a good time with them.
Yeah. I mean, they're really fun to play. I love playing them. I just suck at them. Arashi, like one of the most aggressive duelist players like of all time, and doesn't quite make it to keep the push up, but a nice 41 point push off the start is a very good start.
100%, and just getting one power climb in there is really going to help them break down that penalty there. And Prodigy now coming in, doing a great job of cleaning up.
Yeah, you didn't quite have the support to kind of keep up that aggressive play. Arashi wasn't really on the same page there, and it's going to allow Roshiendo to kind of come back into the map here. And they also have 2 power clams ready to go, so this could actually be a lead here if they're able to get into the enemy base.
Definitely, and this is a great technique that they're using right now by picking them up and throwing them. Unfortunately, they're not able to stay alive long enough to get them close enough, and they're going to both despawn before they can get back.
That Inkjet was a really good shutdown right there, and it pretty much just sealed the deal for them. And now it's going to look like TopMind's going to be able to get some more score here if they can actually collect some clams, which is taking them longer than it probably should.
I think they're forgetting that those clams are over off to the right side there. Hitzel throwing a couple to a teammate, but not able, still they were not able to get at least 1 power clam together. Working on it, not coming together for them just yet.
And finally Prodigy gets a clam, but it's only in time for the enemy to clean them up, and all they really get there is 10 points off their penalty. So probably not worth it. I think the real misplay there was just not getting the clams when they got into the base like that. They really needed to send 1 to 2 people around the map to collect clams, and it didn't seem like anybody wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, something we see in this type of play more so than any other mode is actually paying attention to where your teammates are so you can super jump in with a power clam.
This is looking real good here. That's 3 down with bubbles in front of them. Milana does get picked off, but Roshiendo's in there with the Inkjet, and if they can get another power clam, they can actually take the lead here.
Very nice. They do have one coming in. Fusion coming in does get another one in. They just need a couple of singles.
Come on, Fusion!
Oh.
No!
Fusion's still alive. Oh, my goodness.
Get there in time.
Unable to do so.
Gosh. So TopMinds barely holds on to their lead here. That's a good start for Element Roshiendo, but it's not quite enough to take the lead. They do have 2 minutes more to go here, so I definitely think they got a chance to make that comeback, especially if they can do that push again, because they've got the perfect comp to do it.
For sure. There's 32 clams on the sides of TopMind, though. There are 2 power clams, and it looks like a couple of singles spread out. So definitely, you know, they're looking forward to make this push and going to try to make it happen. But there's not a lot of map control that they have on the side there.
Nice flank there from Fusion. That's going to open this back up for them. Sigrex burns the bubbles a little early. I think that's probably worth saving for the push into their base, but they do get picked off, and now it's looking pretty grim again.
Yeah, using them for defense is a good idea sometimes. Here we go. All 3 power clams right there going to the barrier.
Did you hear that audio there? So many clams went in at the same time that the game audio freaked out. So down to 9 push here. Hitzel's still slaying. If Milana gets cleaned up here, they're going to be able to keep this going for a knockout.
Very nice. They just need 1 clam. That was it.
There we go. Prodigy does the final cleanup there, and now it's a swift 2-0 there for TopMinds.
Very nice play so far. You could definitely tell that Element Roshiendo was, you know, they took that first match and they took the loss in stride, said, hey, we're going to pick this up, we're going to have a good time, and they played really well. So unfortunately, it was that last really coordinated push that came together that took them out.
Yep. Yeah, and they definitely showed more signs of life as compared to that previous game. So I think they're just kind of warming up. So even if they do end up losing a set, they might take a game here and see what happens. But maybe going forward into the Swiss play, they'll still get out of groups.
For sure. Yeah, and I mean, 6 teams, this is a great opportunity. I think today is the best way to practice on, you know, working as a team at a LAN. Because, you know, it's a lot of fun. We're all having a good time. We're all friends. It's a little less competitive than I felt like Beacon, where there were so many people here, and you have this, like, more pressure to perform. This is more fun. Yeah,
well, also, this is 3 out of 4 actually Milana's team, right? Yeah, so they normally have a 4th, but they couldn't make it this time around, I think is what happened. But having all your people locally and having a local LAN to go to is actually like super, super valuable.
For sure.
And I definitely, if they keep coming out to these, I could see them doing really well at like the bigger LANs too happening.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be super fun. I know that Milana is not able to make it to SNS because I feel like that's her wedding weekend. But, you know, that would be something that would be really fun to see them at too. So next year for sure.
Yep, I'm going.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, oh, sweet.
And it's my birthday the weekend after, so I'm going to try to do a big birthday celebration. Could be kind of fun. So I won't bring any terrible cookies this time, though.
Well, I don't know if they taste terrible.
Everyone says they taste really good. They just look...
If you can put the camera back on us, let's show everybody these cookies.
My horrible... It was good? Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, they're just a little derpy, kind of definition of derpy squid cookies.
They're derpy. I mean... I'm waiting to eat it after this, but yeah. If you can't tell on the camera, it's actually like glittery icing. It looks really cool.
They say it tastes good, so.
Flings a roller.
Very interesting.
Who was whipping that out? Arashi whipping out the Flings a roller.
I have seen that so much lately in ranked. I mean, my rank is not very high. I'm just B+ in most modes, but the Flingza has been coming in and doing a lot more damage than I would think.
This is also one of its best maps by far because it's really good at playing aggressive top mid as well as harassing with the vertical flick, so it's actually really good here. I mean, you saw kind of the power of it there with Arashi. It did get cleaned up, but this is actually going to start the push here for top mines.
Definitely. And, you know, Hitzel having that bomb rush there is going to be really helpful to control tower. But you see right away that they're swapping pretty quickly to make sure that they are keeping tower as long as they can and having the best possible person on there.
Oh, right here. That's a full wipe there. Hitzel's going to be able to keep this tower going. They didn't get very far, so this is actually going to be an opportunity for Roshiendo to actually shut this down again once they come off spawn, especially with Prodigy getting cleaned up there.
Yeah, and they're unable to maintain to get to that first checkpoint right away. So each time the tower kind of goes backwards, they're going to have to restart that checkpoint.
Yep.
If they can keep it just through that, then they have a little bit of a better shot.
All right, Milana on the 1v2, cleans up the Flingza here. Oh,
can she get a triple?
Oh, man. She actually probably could have just ridden the tower there to move it away from Prodigy there and let her teammates come in behind her, but she tried to go for the 1v1, but it didn't quite work out.
It's hard when you're facing those blasters, though. No matter what weapon you have, blasters can get really scary and very intimidating.
Yeah, especially when they have a lot of map control around them like Prodigy did there, so it kind of just...
Ooh,
oh my gosh, just
nice.
barely wins that 1v1 from Roshiendo.
And Roshiendo goes down protecting Milana there, so able to actually begin a push here. They might be able to take the lead.
Oh,
it
this
looks
is looking
like
real good right here.
Yeah, really nice. There's not a lot of orange on the map over there, and they do get past that first checkpoint.
Oh, Milana wins that 1v1 against Arashi. That's going to open this up big time, especially if you... Yeah, this is looking really good right here, and now they're going to get a very significant lead.
This is great. This type of map, too, for tower control is one of the ones that I actually like. This is my least favorite mode, but I like playing it on this map.
Yeah.
Even with the changes that they've made with the path of the tower, I think that it's really nice. It's a great way to get around. There's a lot of map control required in order to move through, but it's fun.
Yeah, right as I said that before about the big lead, then Dreas makes a huge play, so she kind of shut me down. But anyway, so now they're going to push back. They're only 10 points away from the lead here. Yoshiendo gets cleaned up, and the bubbles don't do anything. Yeah, that gives them the lead.
Yeah, coming into that second checkpoint, you know, there is still an opportunity for Element Roshiendo to take the lead and take control. But once you get to that third checkpoint, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, it gets really scary right here because, like, looking at this right now, like, Arashi's got this bomb rush. He's a Flingza roller ready to clean up anybody who tries to jump on him. So this is actually going to be very hard for them to stop. 100%. Down to 7. They're 3 down, though. And down to 1, just barely wiping them in time.
Gosh. That was wonderful play. That's all you need right there is for people to literally just touch the tower, and that's going to be it. So that was a great play in order to take them out, and they can come back from this.
I mean, it's definitely possible to come back from. Like, it's not as easy to knock out as it was before on Humpback Pump Track, but this is definitely comebackable. It's definitely going to be a very steep mountain to climb for them.
100%. Winning that 1v1 off Prodigy was a very nice play there.
Oh,
and a double
nice. And that's a full wipe. Going to start this push off. If they can push right into that bend there, they're going to be able to get this going.
Very nice. Milana using those bombs coming in. Perfect opportunity there. You can see using the tower to your advantage to be able to hide behind so that you don't get blown up from those bombs. Not going to be able to do it with a bomb rush, though.
Yeah, that was a few too many bombs to try and dance on tower. A little scary there. And that's puts them 3 down again. They got a minute left to go, so they probably got another chance, maybe 2 chances if they want to go for an overtime push, but they really need to get organized and see if they can make a very strong push. It seems like they're getting the pushes started okay. They're just not continuing very well.
Yeah, it looks almost like they're grouping a little too close together on tower, which gives an opportunity for multiple members to be taken out at the same time. Yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest things about tower control is knowing how to push ahead of the tower without completely abandoning it, and it's one of the hardest aspects of getting good at the mode. And now looks like Top Mines is about to knock it out again. They do clean up Arashi just in time, so they're gonna live another day, but they only got 30 seconds to make this last push.
Yeah, I mean, if they can keep the tower and they can stay on, great. It's too bad nobody has a beacon that they'd be able to kind of jump back and forth would be really helpful in this opportunity.
Alana just trying to stay alive here on this right bump. Getting bombarded by like a million bombs and not having a great time.
Popping armor, though, is really good at this moment. You could see that armor saved her there. Unfortunately, she does go down.
Just didn't have the positioning or the map control to kind of make that happen. And, you know, Top Mines knew how to end that. So it's a nice swift 3-0 from Top Mines, putting them in good standing to get out of groups. If they win one more, I think they're guaranteed. I'm not sure how the math works out on that, but they're definitely happy with that early. Andreas with a 24 bomb. Wow.
Wow.
So,
very nice.
Yeah, definitely getting outslayed really hard by Top Mines, but they were doing okay in the objective there. I think if their slaying power if they start slaying a little better in the future, I think they could definitely give them a run for their money going out.
100%. Yeah, I think, you know, that's going to be awesome. Like you said, seeing them come forward and work at other lands is going to be really fun too. I think I'm getting the signal that I'm going to be swapping out to go play. No,
does that mean
yet.
I get Kendall?
Yes, you do get Kendall. Kendall promised.
Oh.
I'm so bummed that I won't be able to do it with him, though. So you guys have a good time. And
right. Yeah. You want to finish that?
Oh, I was just going to say, and I think we're going to go to a break while we swap out and see you guys soon.
All right, cool. Stay tuned, guys.